out to our Christmas concert. What you see behind me here is a marching band, just dressed different. The pieces that we'll do for you tonight, for the most part, are tunes that are based upon familiar carol tunes. The second piece falls into that category. It's entitled Fantasy on a Bell Carol. It's based on a traditional Ukrainian bell carol, which is the hard hear the bells, sweet that Ukrainian bell carol. And you'll hear that through here. It's a very high energy piece with a lot of dramatic highs and lows. It's by Edward J. Madden. This is Fantasy on a Bell Carol. John is a music, there he is, he's somewhere back there. John is a music education major here at Louisiana College from Pineville, Louisiana, and he is in advanced instrumental conducting. And so one of the cool things about coming to Louisiana College, which offers a smaller classroom experience, is that you get to do things like conduct the band on a real concert in front of real people. You all qualify as real people. So it's kind of a cool experience, and one that I hope all of our students continue to have. The piece that you just heard was a piece called Rest by a guy named Sam Hazo. Sam came and did an honor band for us a couple of years ago, and he had just written that piece, and it had just gotten published a week before, and so it's still a relatively new piece of music. The next piece on our program is something that should be relatively familiar to everyone. You'll recognize it. It's called Parade of the Wooden Soldiers. Has some, it's sort of a march-like feel, as you might imagine, in Parade, and it was made popular. I believe this was made popular in the movie Babes in Toyland. Is when this piece was made popular. So this is Parade of the Wooden Soldiers by Leon Jessel. If that name rings a bell, good for you. Why aren't you in the band? If that name does not ring a bell, perhaps a big symphonic work entitled The Planets will. Holst's probably most famous work is a piece called The Planets, which has several themes that you would probably recognize. He was also, around the turn of the 20th, from the 19th to 20th century, in the 19-teens, around 1919 is when he began writing for a military band. Before that, wrote a lot for brass band. He was an English guy, and as part of being a musician, sometimes you have to take second jobs and third jobs and sometimes fourth jobs this time of year. And Holst was no different. He was teaching at a college, and they had a Christmas concert, I'm sure similar to this one. And so rather than just play something somebody else had written, because not a lot of people had written it yet, Holst decided that he would write something for his college band. The resultant piece is a piece entitled Christmas Day, which plays along a lot of familiar English carols and that you'll recognize throughout, interwoven in a very clever harmonic way, which was Holst's style. You'll hear a lot of elements of, if you're familiar with any kind of British brass band sound, you'll hear some elements of that in here, because that was primarily Holst's medium at the time, for which he most commonly wrote. This is the piece entitled Christmas Day. No introduction. It is a piece that you hear, I'm sure, often every Christmas season, and no Christmas concert is complete without it.